This is actually a really good YouTube setup. I got a Blackmagic Ursa 12K next in a small HD 702 touch, telling me if I'm in focus or not. It's beautiful atmosphere to shoot amongst like trees and stuff. Like, oh yes, and then you just hear the audio and it's like, it's like, yeah, it's not great. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. Why do I have this set up? Well, I'm doing phase two of me being a DP for my creative partner's thesis that we were shot back in March. I cannot, for the life of God, show any footage of that, which I really don't like it when people talk about shoots you can't see it. It's kind of like, what are you hiding? What are you hiding? That's the hardest part about this whole like film stuff is like, I think my best work probably won't be seen for the next like few years. As of recent, I've learned a lot of things around like, especially doing this film again, doing phase two of production. I myself have lost the confidence to DP for sure. Like preparing for this shoot, I don't know. I just felt like, well, the reason some of this shoot is done is because I myself wasn't a great DP. Some of these scenes we have to reshoot because I myself couldn't get the shot right. I spent our time doing something that didn't come out looking great. Now, parts of that reason is location, just having like a limit to what you can do. The last time we shot this thing was that we would pack in so many scenes per day, be like 3 to 4 scenes a day. That's what the production schedule demands in terms of getting the timeline done. But sometimes like that's not great at all for a DP to think about 3 to 4 scenes a day. Listen, I imagine really skilled, excellent DPs take 2 hours. They can do something great in 2 hours. But another part of it is it's just me. It's just me not being good enough to do what I need to do to make the film look good. So me and the director both had a debrief about that and just said, you know what, like the next time we shoot, we are going to give ourselves way more time to make things that we want because we both want this to look good. We're going to reshoot some scenes because we have to make it look better than what it is. And so we did. About 2 days ago, we just had our first official shoot back on this project, back on as me as DP. And I'm going to tell you, I was really, really nervous. I was deeply nervous. I was just thinking to myself, like, okay. I'm going to have to rely on my gaffer for this. Like, my gaffer, I'm the kind of DP where, like, the gaffer can lead, and I'll just fine check what he's doing. If I don't like to tell gaffers, like, hey, use the 650D to do this, and that. Like, unless it makes sense for me to tell you, hey, I need an Amaranth 300C to get the perfect color tint, I'm not doing that. So, on set, I get to set first, and my gaffer isn't on set. Call time 7. It's around like 7:20. I get it. 7 a.m. call times. Who can really show up? Who can really show up to that kind of stuff? Not me. I mean, I don't know. For this shoot, I was particularly trying to be my best self, so I showed up at 7. But then my gaffer is late by 20 minutes, and I'm like, okay, let me call this guy. I call him, and the worst text you can get, the worst response you can get from someone who you're calling to get a response to about what you're coming to set. I said, hey, dude, what's your ETA? Guy said, what are you talking about? And then, like, I felt my stomach just drop to my nuts. I was like, oh, hell the fuck no. I was like, oh, God, no. I'm cooked. I am stir fry. I'm cooked, baby, because this gaffer was not coming to set, and I was alone. And so I had 4 hours to do the first scene, and just the panic and anxiety. My gaffer's not coming. I have to do this alone. If I had only 2 hours to do that and process that, then I would have been. That scene would have looked horrible. But I had the time to recalibrate. I lost an hour, just trying to figure shit out. The sun was giving us a lot of blessings and favors that day, and so things were looking great. And yeah, I was really happy with the look, and we just kept going and kept going. And like, I don't know, like I just got back into it. I felt really, good. Like, it was amazing. Everything we scheduled that day, we shot it. It looks amazing. Post Grad DP lifestyle is just like we had a location scout, had meetings back to back. Shooting just feels different now. I'm not gonna lie, shooting does feel very different. Just feels like, yeah, this is stressful. Like scheduling people for shoots and then they're not available this day, but then the actor, scene partner this day. It's like, it just feels more adult now to do it as opposed when you're a student. It just feels like, student things, shit's hard. Now it just feels like we're a production company and we gotta like get this shit done. We have a deadline or something. We're not just students making films. We're just filmmakers that have a life as well, and like that's like very interesting. Thinking about what drives us rather than just it's not gonna be a grade anymore that drives us. It's gonna be like just making something that's good for the world. Something that you would want the world to see. That's definitely something that's just changing my tune a little bit. And it's stressful, but it's also very creative. And I mean, it speaks to me like tackling all those scenes and it looking so beautiful. It definitely reinvigorated me. Like, I'm like, wow, like, this is what I liked doing, and this is what I love doing. I'm excited because it gives a direction. You're doing something creative. Like, I really don't like it when my whole life is just about watching YouTube videos of like DPs and what their process is and them doing it. I get jealous because I'm like, fuck, man, when can I just do it? I don't want to even like look up a video on how to make a good lighting setup. I want to just like test it out in the field. I want to test this lens. I want to test that camera. I want to do these things and like be active in my creativity, be active in my YouTube time. But also, what I want to give to you is like the feeling of you don't have to know what you're doing yet, because I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I know that I want to finish this film. I know that I want to finish many films. I know for some films I have to shoot to finish it, and that's this film right here. It was good talking to y'all. A little unfocused, a little all over the place, but that's what being post grad is like. So you're gonna see a lot of this kind of content, and when I do figure it out, in some point, you'll be along the ride and you'll say, "I was there when he was unfocused and didn't know what he was doing," and it's gonna be a great time. How's that? All right, peace out, y'all. Thanks for watching, and if you stuck to the end, I love you.